Good morning friends. Today I am going to discuss about structure of kyanite and their properties. As we know, kyanite belongs to 1:1 type of clay mineral. Beside kyanite, example for 1:1 type of clay minerals: halloysite, natrite, dikite and argite. These all belongs to 1:1 type of clay minerals. Now I am going to discuss about structure of kyanite. As we know, kyanite belongs to 1:1 type of clay minerals. So here one means one silica tetrahedral sheet is present and another one means one aluminum octahedral sheet is present. So this aluminum sheet and silica sheet combinedly called as unit. One unit we can call that as unit. And here also one aluminum sheet and silica sheet combinedly called as one unit. Remember, this kyanite is most widely occurring clay mineral in the soil. Widely occurring clay mineral in the soil, and this kyanite is simplest clay mineral. This is the simplest clay mineral among all clay minerals. And third point, this particular kyanite mineral dominant in the red soil and laterite soils. Remember, in kyanite, between the two units, this is one unit and this is one unit. Between the two units of kyanite, there is strong hydrogen bond. There is strong hydrogen bond. Since hydrogen bond is very strong, which prevents hydration. Which prevents hydration. Due to strong hydrogen bonding, kyanite structure is fixed. That means which cannot expand when clay is wetted. That's why we can say kyanite is 1:1 type of non-expanding clay mineral. This is non-expanding clay mineral because of strong hydrogen bonding. And remember here, due to strong hydrogen bonding, we are saying that this is non-expanding clay mineral. That's why there is no chance to enter any water molecule and cations between the two units of kyanite. If there is no strong hydrogen bonding, there is more chance for water and cations to enter between the two units. But here, because of strong hydrogen bonding, the clay is fixed. That's why there is no chance to enter water molecule and cations between the two units of kyanite. And due to lack of isomorphous substitution in the kyanite, isomorphous substitution is nothing but substitution of one ion with another ion having similar size without changing crystal structure. That is known as isomorphous substitution. That is absent in the kyanite. As we know, isomorphous substitution is responsible for the charge development on the clays. Due to lack of isomorphous substitution in the kyanite had very less negative charge. Very less negative charge. If the kyanite having less negative charge, definitely which absorb less amount of exchangeable cations. Less amount of exchangeable cations. If kyanite had more negative charge, definitely which absorb more number of exchangeable cations. But due to lack of isomorphous substitution, kyanite had very less negative charge. Due to less negative charge, which absorb less amount of or less number of exchangeable cations. That's why if you see the CEC, cation exchange capacity for the kyanite, very less, that is 3 to 15 milli equivalent per 100 gram of soil. Otherwise we can write centimoles P plus Kg inverse. Here P means proton. But remember, kyanite exhibit high anion exchange capacity AEC. So that is up to 43 milli equivalent per 100 gram of soil. And here if you see the surface area in kyanite, which mostly confined to external only. That means in kyanite there is more external surface area as compared to internal surface area. Why? Because there is less internal surface area in cryolite. Why? Because due to presence of strong hydrogen bonding. So due to strong hydrogen bonding, cryolite having more external surface area as compared to internal surface area. And if you see some properties like cohesion, swelling and shrinkage, plasticity, we can see very less in the cryolite. That means cryolite exhibits very less cohesion, very less swelling and shrinkage, and very less plasticity. And also remember, this particular cryolite can hold very less water as compared to other clays. And cryolite dominated soils are easy to cultivate for agriculture, and also cryolite dominated soils are very important for the building foundation and road beds. And if you see the C-axis spacing of cryolite, that means the spacing between the two sheets, aluminum sheet and silica sheet, that is 7.2 angstrom. Remember, 1 nanometer equals to 10 angstrom. So that's why we can write 0.72 nanometer also. This is all about